Hello everyone, I'm John, this is Sean.
Alright.
And this is Everyday Food Reviews. Today we are doing a continuation or a new video on the next three flavours of Beyond.
Yep, we've got Honeydew Melon, Grape and Raspberry, Strawberry, Watermelon and Lime, and Blue Raspberry Lemonade.
Yep.
So, get a thumbnail. Make it look aesthetic.
Excellent.
Well, as aesthetic as something can look when I'm holding it.
So yeah, as I said, we've just recorded the first two flavours. We've had a little look at the shaker. We've had a big little. Well, Sean's had a little bit of a rant, a nice wordy explanation of nootropics. So yeah, we'll try not to make this one as long, but it was an introduction into Beyond, and we thought we'd do them justice like we have with the other companies and give them a proper introduction.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
We're going to be pretty much just looking at the flavours with this one. Shall we start with the Blue Raspberry Lemonade? Yeah. This is the one I'm most excited about.
Yeah. I did mention in the last video, like it was nice that we've got different flavours than just the usual blue raspberry. They do a blue raspberry one, which was
But it's Blue Raspberry Lemonade.
Yeah.
I am hoping that this will be similar to the BPI Pump HD, which is one of the best tasting things I've ever had. Well, I think I've got you covered there in the last video.
I've just spilled water everywhere, that's all.
Oh, okay.
I may need to wipe
It
that
smells.
Sorry?
Smells good, you know.
Does it? Are you excited?
Yeah.
Does it smell like the... I've had that one before, haven't I? I've had the Pump HD.
Yeah, it's my favourite one.
I know.
Well, they don't make it anymore. Well, not like they used to anyway. I've still got a couple of reserve
Could do a short
tubs.
on that.
Short on Pump HD.
Tell them to get the old ways back. Can I just quickly get a bit of kitchen roll to wipe this up, because
Yeah.
one sheet is all you need. Oh, I forgot to turn the vortex shaker on. Oh no!
I mentioned in the last video that this shaker is pretty much the only negative thing I had to say about them. I just went downstairs to rinse it out, and the hinge seems to have gone already on it. Like, that's just completely loose now. That doesn't hold itself open like it should do, so when you try and pour it out, that just closes flat as you hold your finger on it. I've used it literally once at this point.
He's broke my shaker, basically.
Yeah, this is John's shaker. Hopefully he'll forgive me when...
I'll forgive you, because I'll just keep this.
Yeah.
With your batteries.
But I think that just reinforces the idea that if you're going to get the shaker, get the Vortex shaker. And that might sound a bit shady. I don't think it's going to be a deliberate thing to try and upsell you on the shaker. It's not in their best interest to do that. But seeing as the Vortex shaker is cheaper from them than it is from anyone else anyway, I'd just get it.
And you get loads of fun like this.
If you say, oh, I've already got loads of shakers, I don't need a Vortex shaker, it's like, well, fine, don't order any shaker then. Save yourself even more money.
Do you know what, as well? This would be really good doing other stuff in it. Like, you know, like Nesquik milkshakes?
Yeah.
Like, because you normally just stir them up.
Yeah.
I make my Nesquik usually in an actual shaker. But having it in this would be so cool.
It's going to be good for, you know, anything that you'd put in a shaker that would be better in a blender. But
you don't want to have to get your blender out of the bloody cupboard.
I know somebody, I can't remember the name, somebody commented on the short that I did and said that they do put ice in it sometimes and it seems to hold up alright.
That's alright.
I would probably avoid it because I wouldn't want that plastic.
Don't take that.
Yeah.
I wouldn't.
So this smells good.
What a colour! What a colour!
Yours look like grey.
Silver? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's mental.
This is one of the... We didn't mention in the last video the Wild Forest fruit was a Mortal Kombat tie-in flavour. Mortal Kombat 11. and that was the scorpion flavour, which is weird because they've got like the mango one in an orange packet, and then scorpion. The only connection I could think of is in Mortal Kombat 1, that extra fight scene that they added in at the end when they did the test screenings, and they said, "Oh, you need more fight scenes." It's like they said, "Okay, well, we've got all this sort of B-roll from this forest we passed on the way to the filming set," and they filmed a fight with Johnny Cage and Scorpion in the forest, and then Scorpion took Johnny Cage to hell. But it was like in this, I think it was Vietnamese forest. Like that's the only connection I can think of Scorpion to forests. But yeah, the Sub Zero one being blue raspberry lemonade makes a lot more sense because like ice blue lemonade, those sort of things that all usually call a flavour like that. Yeah, cheers.
Cheers, mate.
They all smell a bit natural and earthy. None of the smells really sort of punch you in the face. So far. One other thing I'll say, they all taste very, very sweet, but they all taste so clean.
Yeah, and they're not sour either.
No, I don't think I've ever had anything this sweet that tastes this clean. But I would say just be aware that it is going to be very sweet. I really like that. It's not like my Pump HD.
It's not like a typical blue raspberry. I find a lot of blue raspberries are sour, and I don't know why. I don't know why people think blue is a sour colour. Because raspberries ain't.
It depends how ripe they are, I suppose.
Yeah, but no,
raspberries also aren't blue. Yeah.
No, it's not a bad flavour. It's quite subtle for a blue raspberry, which is good if you're like me and don't want silly sour flavours all the time.
I thought it'd be more sour because it said lemonade, so I was thinking, oh, it's going to have lemon in as well.
I thought it might have tasted a bit more fizzy, or a bit more. It was quite frothy, to be fair.
Yeah, it's like it's as sweet as a blue slush puppy, and it's that similar sort of blue raspberry flavour. Like it's not, like you say, it's hardly sour at all.
Yeah,
it's like
it doesn't punch you in the face.
But it's really nice and it's really clean.
So I'm going to decant this into another shaker so I can keep using the vortex because I'm a child.
Go for next strawberry and watermelon.
Yeah. So we've got two kinds of melon really, haven't we? We've got the Honeydew Melon, which are the yellow ones. The little yellow ones, aren't they?
Yeah.
And the other one.
So this strawberry watermelon one I'm excited for because I'm not normally a fan of strawberry watermelon flavours, but this has lime in it as well. So I'm hoping the lime will lift it from
because didn't we have a strawberry watermelon from Wraith?
It was. We had watermelon twist. Did we have strawberry watermelon as well?
I feel like we've had something strawberry watermelon.
Just in the powder, I can smell strawberry and watermelon. We've had one from Sneak.
I think we've had one from G Fuel as well, haven't we?
Not strawberry watermelon, I don't think.
They're becoming up mate.
Yeah.
Which I think is something I wanted to address, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Which we will at the end, don't worry. I want to make sure this doesn't clump up. I think the vortex shaker's good, but sometimes I feel like it takes a bit more time if the powder's a bit more clumpy in the actual sachets.
Yeah.
It takes a bit longer. That was a real watermelon smell. I got them as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want to address this thing now while you're mixing?
No. Doesn't take long, lad. It's so cool.
Just make some cuts.
So, can I open it? I did it with the lid off earlier because I'm a rebel. Why have I done this in a dirty glass? I've got a clean glass right there. What an idiot. Child, absolute child, and an idiot. This looks cool. I like this.
You can really smell the lime and the watermelon.
Cheers, mate.
Cheers.
Oh, wow.
That tastes more like lemonade than the blue raspberry lemonade one.
Did you have a clean glass?
Yeah.
That's a really nice flavour. It's really smooth. It's a bit sweet. It tastes a lot like watermelon. As far as watermelons go, that's probably one of the best ones we've had.
It's definitely my favourite strawberry watermelon one that I've had. In terms of the flavour, for me, in terms of watermelon flavours, it's going to be very, very hard to beat G Fuel's Dub Melon Mint.
Yeah, that was good.
But overall, if they were the same price and I'm choosing between them, I'd choose this just because I think it is a better drink than G Fuel.
Yeah.
But I think I do like the fact that G Fuel have so many flavours. But these are a new company that they might have that many flavours one day. They'll certainly have more than they've got. You know, they've already, since they started, they've added those 2 Mortal Kombat ones. They did have 3. They've added 2 more already by the time we'd even heard of them.
Yeah. No, big fan. Big fan of that.
Yeah, that's
amazing. That's really good.
It's really good. On to my third black shaker of the day. I honestly didn't even plan that. It just so happened that the 3 shakers I got out were all the black ones. Well, 2 I got out because I was using the Beyond one.
Oh, man. It's so satisfying watching the Vortex shaker do its thing with just clear water.
So this final flavour of the 5, Honeydew Melon, Grape and Raspberry.
Might have to top this up with 300ml. I'm going to have to top it up with normal, disgusting temperature tap water.
Hello everyone, sorry to interrupt the video, it's Sean from the future. I'm editing the videos now. I've realised we've done 2 videos that are over half an hour. We've not talked about value or cost of these drinks. The sample sachets for a start, £1.30 each, which is some of the cheapest priced sample sachets we've seen. It's £5.50 for a bundle of all 5 flavours, which is phenomenal. It's almost half the price compared to others. Sneak, for example, which is probably the closest competition, it's £10 for, well, at the time it was all 5 flavours. Now you're going to need to order multiple bundles to try all flavours. But the tubs are $34.99, which is the same price as Sneak, but unlike Sneak, there's various discount codes you can use, including our own EFR10. There is a bundle offer with a tub and a Vortex shaker for £50, and when we ordered our sample sachets, we got a voucher for £5 off if we order a tub in the future, which we almost certainly will be doing. So that's great, and considering they are such an advanced formula with such impeccable flavours, I'm happy to say that the value is certainly good compared to the alternatives. There are cheaper drinks out there that work out less per serving, and if you're not interested in the nootropics so much, they might be better suited for you and you could probably save a few quid. But if the nootropics and the natural caffeine appeal to you, then I think you can't do much better than this in terms of value. I should also talk quickly about the effectiveness of the drink. I was up until 4:30 last night or this morning editing the first video on Beyond to get it uploaded today, which I managed to do. I was having a few problems with the audio. I've not managed to work out why it is yet, but the fact is, I was up at 4:30 and I've still got this other video to sort out. My head was not in the right place to do it. I thought I've got the fridge full of Beyond, so I finished off a couple of them, maybe just over a scoop or just over a sachet in all, and it's sorted me out. I wouldn't normally feel like that from any powdered energy drinks. You know, sometimes when I've been feeling really rough lately, I'd have a couple of scoops of G Fuel or scoop and a half of Wraith or something like that to get the extra caffeine. I think the other ingredients in there are working wonders because I'm on probably less caffeine than I'd normally be on at this time of day. It's currently 4 o'clock, and that's the only caffeine I've had, you know, considering I was up till 4:30 in the morning. I think the effectiveness of this in terms of concentration, focus, alertness is really pretty good. Back to the video. Cheers.
I would like to point out that all my water has been tap water, but it's obviously just tap flavour now. Tap temperature. Real tap flavour.
Smart Shake's just...
Sean's investing in a vortex.
Like, I'm not being funny or anything. It's just it's everywhere.
What's this? Is that another Smart Shake? Smart Shake. My protein one.
My protein Smart Shake. I'd say I'm not surprised, but I know really the branding on it won't make any difference.
No. Honeydew Melon, Grape and Raspberry.
You can just see that just leaking out from there while I'm pouring it. An absolute mess of everything. This is like one of those QVC adverts or something. Like, oh no, are you sick of your shaker leaking all over your table when you try and do a video on some energy drinks?
Then buy a Vortex Shaker!
Whatever will I do?
It's cause, mate, you need one of these.
It could be an advert for the Vortex Shaker, or it could be an advert for towels.
Paper towels. That's so sick.
Oh.
Is this good?
It smells like an actual honeydew melon, specifically. Like, you know, the oval yellow ones, the honeydew ones. It smells specifically like one of those. And it's not even like it smells similar, like that's what it smells exactly like. I'm getting some raspberry. I can't smell grape, but does grape really have much of a smell unless it's like an artificial Kool-Aid grape or something?
Do you know what? It's quite different to see. Instead of having mental flavours, mental colours, like the flavours are really good.
Yeah. Is yours ready?
Yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers, mate.
That's amazing.
It is really good. I'm never like we like watermelon and we like watermelon flavours, and we've discussed at length. We've actually discussed at length how some watermelon flavours just aren't right. So for a honeydew melon flavour to come out look like that is incredible.
It's absolutely phenomenal. I was most excited for the blue raspberry lemonade, and I was a bit disappointed, but that's only because I was hoping that it'd be like Pump HD. I had nothing to base those hopes on. So they weren't expectations, they were hopes. I had nothing to base them on other than just blind optimism, because I'm a blindly optimistic person in general. I was a bit disappointed, but that was entirely my own fault. It's a nice flavour. This one, all the others I thought I'd like. I thought they'd be all right.
Well, it's one of them, innit? It's safe to say that the majority of people aren't going to dislike any of the flavours because they're not bad flavours. Obviously, you might prefer some over the other, but majority of the time, like there's no flavours I'd openly say I didn't like that. Even as something as far as Demonade.
Yeah.
It wasn't a bad tasting flavour. It was completely out there in terms of flavours, but it wasn't like disgusting. It was a bit different. Some people might, but like I say, the majority of people won't find a lot of flavours like this not nice.
I just want to say something quickly.
Yeah, go.
First of all, this is my favourite one of these. All of them have, apart from the blue raspberry lemonade, well, even the blue raspberry, all of them have exceeded my expectations. Like I say, what I had for the blue raspberry lemonade wasn't expectations, it was blind hope. But this one is incredible, and I didn't mention in the last video, I forgot, I'm always a bit sceptical of nootropic drinks because they always tend to have a weird sort of plasticky sort of aftertaste. These ones, they've got a bit of a sort of natural earthy smell, and they've got a tiny bit of a sort of aftertaste.
Yeah, I give in between the videos, I give my girlfriend a try. She doesn't like them. She's not on board with them. She doesn't dislike the flavours, but she's just like, just give me a Monster Zero any day.
Yeah.
Blue one, black and blue can.
Yeah.
And she said there's a bit of a bitter aftertaste.
Yeah, I think that's one thing, that the caffeine comes through a little bit at the end, but you get that sort of strange taste from the nootropics. But this is by far the weakest one I've had. I've had pure nootropic drinks, I've had stuff in cans, I've had that endless nootropic, and that is just so overloaded with flavour. I love it. It's a really sour blue raspberry, but I would say, even for me, there's too much flavour. I have to use so much water when I have one of them. It says use 3 scoops in 400ml. I use 2 scoops in 700ml. I fill up the Ultimate Warrior shaker and use 2 scoops, because with 3 in that, it's still too much for me to sit and drink.
Yeah.
I could easily just neck it, but then it's like, I'm feeling like I've got heartburn now. It's so sour. But these are by far and away the most, even though it is noticeable and present, I'm not going to lie to you and say it's not, because it is. But then I'm consciously trying to taste that. So you might not notice.
Because, as you said in the rest, we review things. So it's and I'd rather give someone a bad review based on something that we don't like, and you're going to actively try and taste that, because you don't just want to say this company's perfect in every way, get it, and then someone get it and you go, you're wrong. Yeah. You'd rather say, no, look, you can taste it, it's not, but you're not going to get away from that, but it's not as overpowering as other drinks.
It's nowhere near. It's nowhere near as present as other drinks, and they've not just gone overboard with stupid intense flavours to cover it up. They are very sweet. I think there's probably a lot of sweetener in there to cover up a lot of it, but I don't think it's overboard. I think with these flavours, with them tasting so good and tasting so natural, I think being so sweet works for the style of flavour. I think that the flavours are, on the whole, phenomenal. They all taste exactly like what they're meant to, which you can't usually say. You can normally have a few flavours and say, oh, this one tastes more like it's meant to, and you can pick one out and highlight it as being the best one. This one, I can pick one out and highlight it as being my favourite. Yeah. But I can't pick it out as being the best, because they're all good. What they're meant to be. Specific, especially with such specific flavours: strawberry, watermelon and lime, mango, pineapple and blood orange, honeydew melon, grape and raspberry. They're all really specific, rather than just melon, strawberry, watermelon, or tropical.
having if it's not like a specific flavour, like we said, like sometimes some of the G Fuel drinks, because you can't say this is a specific flavour, like Bahama Mama or something. That was the first one that popped into my head because a streamer mentioned it the other day. That's what he was drinking, and it's just the first thing that popped in. Yeah, like instead of saying it's more coconutty and pineapple or something like that, and then people not really getting them flavours through, you can just generalise it and give it a cool or funky name.
Yeah.
Having some more of that one.
Yeah.
I might finish that one as well, really. Most of it. In terms of, quickly then, I know you said in which order. I can tell you, I think I've got a rough order of what I'd choose.
Honeydew Melon. I'm
going to get my packets as well, yeah. So, Honeydew Melon's at the top.
It's really hard to order them. I don't think I could choose between them for second place.
I've got an order for me.
Okay.
Honeydew Melon, Grape Raspberry at top. Strawberry Watermelon Lime second.
Yeah.
Mango Pineapple Blood Orange third.
Yeah.
Wild Forest Fruits fourth.
Yeah.
And Blue Raspberry last.
I think if you were to force me and really force me, because I'd say Honeydew Melon's my favourite and the other four are about equal, but if you were to really force me, my list would be the same, but with Blue Raspberry and Forest Fruit switched around.
That was the toughest one, because I thought, do you know, the reason why I've gone fourth for it is because it is a different flavour. You don't see very many Wild Forest Fruit flavours out there.
No.
Or dark fruit, it's a dark fruit flavour. You don't see it very often. They're always raspberry, strawberry, and stuff like that.
But
so.
it just feels unfair to put any of them as fourth or fifth. That's the thing.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, let's say joint fourth. But that's not to say they're the fourth best compared to other flavours. Absolutely not. There's a Blue Raspberry and Wild Forest Fruit score. They're still very good and up there with some of the better flavours. Wild Forest Fruits or Blankberry?
Wild Forest Fruits. Blankberry was
average. Say average.
I said Blankberry had a really earthy aftertaste.
Oh, that was my morning stretch, sorry.
Do you want to talk quickly about what you wanted to talk about and then we'll wrap it up?
Yeah, so we were having a chat and we've done a lot of these, and it's not like I don't think we're going to stop doing them per se, but we might stop putting so much money into new companies all the time. Like we have spent a lot of money in, say, buying a lot of G Fuel flavours and Sneak flavours and Beyond flavours and Wraith and stuff like that. So in terms of if a new company comes to market, we're not necessarily going to go out there and spend 20, 30 quid on a load of flavours. I think if you are an energy drink company and you've got something, someone has been in touch with us and said, we want to send you because we want your honest opinion, I think that's the route we might go down in the future. If there's any really interesting flavours, then that's, we're not going to say we're not doing them again. But I think we're going to try and save a bit of money in the next year. And and hopefully we'll be able to do a lot more food reviews, and there'll be new stuff coming from Monster and Rockstar and whatever.
Yeah, I mean, at the moment we're spending more money on energy drinks than we are on food. But then, it's not like we want to rule it out completely, because that's the whole point of the channel at this point. It's like, there's a new company, there's no reviews out there, I don't know if I'm wasting my money or not. That's why we make the videos, so we can do a video on it and tell you if it's worth it, if it's worth trying or not.
Yeah.
So it's like we definitely still want to do them, but...
In terms of what we've tried, I think the companies we've covered, like Sneak, G Fuel, Wraith, and Beyond now, and Razor Wire,
and X Gamer.
So we've done 6 now, and we have spent a lot of money. Sean more so than me on G Fuel, especially. They're 6 companies. Go and find your favourite one. We have said so we did dislike certain things that some of them do, but it's one of those, you'll find that yourself when you invest into some of their products, and that's fine. Yeah, if we're going to need to spend in the future 40 quid on a tub like we did on Blankberry to do a video on it, we're not going to bother. But if we can get If we can get a few sample sachets for less than a tenner and we could get like one each, then yeah, it's not something we're not going to say no.
Especially when we can do videos together again. So at the moment, we're needing to buy 2 of everything. Luckily with Beyond, they do a sample pack with 2 of everything. So I think it cost us like 16 quid for the thing that we ordered, and that was enough for both of us.
And then when we did the Tiger Pig sub, Sean could just throw them through the window and go, there you go, that's for the video on Friday, which is what we did. That's the whole point of doing the Tiger Pig video, so we could trade some stuff.
Yeah.
But
so yeah, obviously...
Sorry.
No, I was just saying, most of the time, even when it is in sachets and it is cheap enough to do a video on, we have to double it while we can't do videos together. When we can, you know, these sorts of videos are going to be less than a tenner and we can carry on doing them. But for the foreseeable, it's like even these are costing a lot of money.
I've now got 5 shakers of different flavours.
Yeah.
Whereas, you know, if we did all 5 of these and we were sharing a shaker, then we can just... In the past, one of us has just finished one there and then after the video. So if we had 5, so there'd be 2 down already because we'd choose our favourite one. We'd be fighting over the Honeydew Melon though, but I'd probably have the strawberry watermelon because I like strawberry. So yeah, we'd do that, and then we'd just have 3. Sean would probably take one. I'd probably take one, and then just and then whatever. But yeah, I think going forward, you might see less newer companies always popping up, which I think is fair to say. It's fair on us as well. Because it's,
I saw an advert on Facebook yesterday for Control Energy for 20 quid for a tub, and then I thought, 20 quid for a tub isn't bad, but then it's like, still 20 quid for a tub, and then we need to either go halves on it and divide the tub up, or I need to just put it in a sachet and pay for it myself. And
do you know what? It's actually nice using that brand shaker as well.
Yeah.
You know, some people actually specifically want us to use their shaker and they don't want us to use, was it Razor Wire or...
No, it was X-Gamer.
X-Gamer, and they just wanted a...
Well...
Which is a fair comment. No, it's fair. I don't think it's bad.
Don't make the mistake of thinking that we're sponsored by any of these. I emailed X-Gamer and said, could I get a discount code? We're going to do a video. And he says, oh yeah, in the video, would you mind... have you got our shakers already? And I said, no, but we do have like neutrally branded ones, like, you know, My Protein, I would say, is a neutral brand that we can use.
It's not going to impact them.
And, you know, I'm using a G Fuel shaker. Like, what's the point in pretending that G Fuel don't exist?
No, yeah, there isn't.
You know.
Even Sneak.
And especially in this video for Beyond as well, it's like... They've asked us specifically to compare it to others, so, you know, we can't pretend that they...
But then other companies will say, like Razor Wire, they said, oh, we'd rather you use a neutrally branded shaker. X-Gamer. We don't want you to use a Sneak or a G Fuel shaker. And that's fine. If you know, we've got no issue with that. We have got other shakers. You know, I've got a My Protein one and Go Nutrition one that I use.
Yeah.
And that's fine.
They're all going to be more used to working with partners than actual review channels.
Yeah,
like the discount codes are normally going to be for the partners, but being a review channel, I'm more concerned about helping people make choices and giving people the discount codes. I've not even asked anyone about like affiliate rewards or anything like that.
No, because we've always been honest with our viewers. Like Wraith did give us like basically 10% of whatever people's final spend was.
Yeah.
And then other companies haven't done that, but they've said if your discount code gets used a lot, then we might box you off with something.
Yeah.
We don't expect anything, and obviously anything we've had from Wraith has actually already started going back into the channel with certain like technology or going into different. I think Subway was paid.
Yeah.
From that, so it's like, you know, we're using the channel money to go back into the channel, which is great. But yeah, so I think on that note we will end.
Yep.
Thanks very much for joining us. We'll see you next time.
Cheers.